What's up, TRC students? I'm Rachel and welcome back to another video of 21 days of prayer and fasting. And I'm so excited we get to be in this season together. Today we're going to be talking about the section Jack in the Box from the book Dangerous Prayers, and we're on the topic of Break Me. So if you've ever played with a Jack in the Box or seen somebody play with a Jack in the Box, you know that you crank the handle and crank the handle and crank the handle until the lid pops up and something jumps out at you. And it's oftentimes like a freaky clown looking thing, and it scares me every time. But you don't know when that lid's gonna pop up, but you know that eventually it's gonna pop up and something's gonna jump out at you. So we can compare this to when we ask God to break us. So you may be wondering what it means to have God break you, and oftentimes it means that you're gonna go through a trial and hardship that's gonna make you fully depend on God and be more intimate with Him, and you're gonna take a lot away and learn a lot from that experience that you can then help others with. A good example of this was in the book when the pastor was talking about starting his church. He had all these dreams and hopes that his church would become this big church where a lot of people came to know Christ, which eventually it did, but before, God broke him. A lot of staff problems and a lot of just conflict came upon his little church that he was starting, and it broke him, it did. So sometimes we have to go through hardships and challenges because we learn from them, and it can lead us to things that we could have never imagined or never learned unless we went through that challenge. So I know some of you are probably thinking that you have a great life, and sometimes you think that nothing's gonna go wrong. And sometimes it feels like that. Sometimes life feels like it's going great. But I know that when I was growing up, my dad has a heart condition. He had to have heart surgery. And there were some complications after the surgery, and I kept wondering why God would allow hard things to happen to people who love Him. But I think oftentimes we do ask that question, why does God let bad things happen to us if He truly loves us? And the answer to that is that God sometimes gives us these challenges and trials to help us learn and grow in our faith, and then we can then use the knowledge that we've learned in the next seasons of our life. So I pray that throughout your week that you guys have the courage and the boldness to pray this dangerous prayer, asking God to break you. And this is hard, and it's one of the hardest prayers I think that we'll learn through this 21 days of prayer and fasting. But I pray that God would give you the courage and the boldness to pray this dangerous prayer and ask God to break you. So thank you so much for tuning in today. We're so glad that you watched this video. Please give it a like and share with some of your friends and family, and we can't wait to see you next time. Leave a comment down below about what you've learned so far in these 21 days of prayer and fasting, and we can't wait to see you next time. Peace out.